Good morning. We are just getting our yoga mat set up, rolling them out, and making the space our own, preparing for your practice however you like. We have probably another minute or two. A nice amount of time to settle in. You can use this time for gentle movement or begin centering in stillness. Just settling in, making your space. If there's anything you'd like to incorporate into your practice today, now's the time to make sure it's nearby. We're getting closer to time and we are going to begin seated today if you wanted to head that way. So as you settle in and find that nice seated posture, it can be whatever you want. You could kneel, you could sit with legs crossed, legs stacked, legs out. Somewhere where you feel connected down to the mat. Where you can relax the legs a little bit, let them grow a little heavier. Hands can rest on the knees, on the belly, at your side. We'll draw energy up as we sit tall. Maybe a little tuck of the chin to let the crown of the head reach up. And you can close the eyes or soften the gaze here. Invite the mind to be present with you. And begin to deepen the breath. Take nice full inhales and exhales. Allow the body to expand and contract. On the exhale, if you notice tension somewhere, use that breath to help you release, to settle a bit more. Maybe that's relaxing the legs, the shoulders, the jaw. And as we build this breath, this awareness of the body, if there's an intention that you'd like to set for class today, something that's speaking to your heart, I welcome you to do so. It could be a nice touch point for the mind during the practice, and a nice way to take the practice with you from the mat out into the world. It could be something as simple as practicing patience, gratitude, tapping into that inner strength, whatever's speaking to you. We'll work to keep this nice full breath. We flutter the eyes open. Take the hands down along our side. We'll inhale them up. Reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice big inhale as we reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. We'll take the left hand to the mat, right hand down at our side. Inhale as we reach up. Keep that extension as you exhale over, inviting in a nice stretch through the side body. Awareness goes to the right rib. We'll inhale up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale up the left, reach it tall. Exhale as you take it over. A little ease in the upper arm, nice support through the bottom one. Breath is steady. We'll inhale up. Exhale down. We'll rotate over, finding our way to a nice tabletop position. Somewhere near the center of the mat, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Spread the fingers nice and wide to give yourself a base. A neutral spine to start. On an inhale, lower the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale as you round, arch the back, bring the gaze into the navel. Inhale, lower. Exhale, arch. Continue these cat-cows at your own breath pace for a few rounds. You can hold wherever you need. As you restart, though, connect that movement and breath. Awareness throughout the length of the spine. We'll take one more full round and then meet at our neutral spine. A nice neutral spine, the gaze is at the mat. We'll step the right toes back, the ball of the foot starts on the earth or the mat. Press back through that heel a little bit. Nice stretch through the leg. And then we'll return to our neutral as we lift the right leg. Engage the core, back body is strong. Foot is flexed. We press the heel into the wall behind us, that imaginary wall, and lower it down. We'll step the left toes back. Ball of the foot on the earth. Press back into that heel. Deep stretch up through the calf. Neutral, and fly the left foot. Try to keep the hips relatively square to the mat. Heart is lifted. Try not to collapse into the shoulders while we fly the leg. And lower. We'll fly the right leg. Lift the left arm, bicep near the ear as the fingers reach forward, our balanced tabletop. Continue to breathe. Lower hand and knee. Reset, find your neutral. Fly the left leg. Lift the right arm. Long line through the body. Solid foundation. On your next exhale, lower hand and knee. And then we'll gently walk the hands forward as we lower down onto the belly. Chin into the mat, hands under shoulders. Keep the elbows tight to the body. The tops of the feet are in the mat. And then on an inhale, we'll lift chin and collarbone, a nice baby cobra. We're not putting too much weight into the hands here. We can drum out the fingers. Exhale as you release. Take a breath. Inhale, baby cobra. Feel those back muscles engage. Lengthen the spine. Shoulders draw away from the ears. Exhale as you release. Take a breath. And this time as you inhale up, we'll put a little more weight into the hands as we lift chin, collarbone, and maybe a rib or two. Exhale as you release. On your next inhale, elbow under shoulder. As we come to Sphinx pose, the gaze is forward. Press into the elbows as you lift up. The arms are parallel to one another. Connect the fingertips to the mat. A nice foundation helping us lift. We'll begin to press into the hands as we lift the elbows, take them wide, lower down, favorite cheek to the mat. Take a breath. And then swap sides. Opposite cheek goes down. Letting the mat help us find a little bit of a neck stretch here this morning. We'll return the chin to the mat. Take the arms down along our sides. We'll bend the right leg at the knee, lifting that foot off of the mat and then letting the foot fall toward the body. You could stay right here, the weight of that leg helping create a bit of a stretch. Or you could reach back with the right hand, gently draw the foot closer to the body, deepening the stretch through the front of the right leg. The thigh stays connected to the mat here. On an exhale, release. Let the foot return to the mat. When right foot touches, we bend at the left knee. Left foot comes off the mat and toward the body. Take a breath. Let the weight of the leg create a stretch. And then if you want to deepen it, left hand can reach back and draw that foot closer. Listen to your body as you move through the shape. Sometimes our mind would like us to move beyond where our body wants to be. So really tune in, try to connect, and honor what your body is asking for this morning. We'll release our hold on that foot, returning the left foot to the mat. Hands come under shoulders. We press back hips to heels. Child's pose. Toes near one another, knees near one another, or the knees could be wide to the edges of the mat. A little softness in the arms. They are reaching overhead still. Let the hips settle a little closer to the heels. On your next inhale, lift up, and we'll return to our tabletop position somewhere in the middle of our mat. Take both hands forward about a handprint, spread the fingers, grip the mat, we'll curl the toes. Strong arms as you lift the knees, shift the hips, and come into down dog, our first down dog of the practice today. So feel free to explore with a little movement if that speaks to you. Your moving start to settle in. Walk the hands back to the feet and find forward fold at the back of the mat. Upper body hangs heavy. Maybe shake the head a little yes and no to loosen the neck. We'll take a generous bend at the knees as we lower the hips, belly to thighs. Find your foundation and then gently roll up. Coming to Tadasana, our standing mountain pose. Head over heart, feet about hip width distance. Arms are at our side. We'll inhale the arms up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift, our 7 shapes, strong core. Hands to shins or thighs or airplane. On an exhale, release back to your forward fold. Take a breath. Lower the hips, belly to thighs, and then gently rise up. Back to our Tadasana. We'll inhale the arms. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Lower the hips, belly to thighs. We'll hold here as we just lift the heart, chair pose. So the hips are sitting low. Most of the weight is in the heels. The full foot is connected down, strong thighs. Press into the heels and rise up. Nice work. Take a breath. We'll inhale as we reach. Exhale as we fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Start to walk the hands out as you come to high plank. You can lower down onto the knees here if you like. We'll take a breath. Elbows tight to the body as we lower down. Uncurl the toes. Inhale up to your cobra variation. Exhale as you release. Curl the toes. Press the hips up and back. Down dog. Walk the hands to the feet. Forward fold, back of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Nice big inhale draws us up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll take the feet a little wider Then we had them maybe around the edges of the mat. Soften the knees, soften the hips, soften the ankles, arms are loose, down our side, and we'll start to gently twist. Let the arms just spiral around you. Nice and easy. You can keep the full foot connected here, or you could deepen by lifting that heel a bit. Really yogi's choice. The hands knock on the hips and the low back. Allow the gaze to move with you. We'll start to slow it down. Come to stillness back at center. We'll leave the feet wide. Inhale the arms up. Exhale as we forward fold. Take a breath. Inhale, half lift. Exhale as you release. We'll take the right hand to the mat underneath the head. If you have a block or a book or a chair and you'd like to use that to bring the earth a little closer to you, you can. Right hand is down, nice and centered. We'll generously bend the right knee as we lift the left arm up to the sky. Exhale as you bring the left hand down. We'll put it where right was. Right leg is straight. Generously bend the left knee. Rotate through the ribs. Right arm to sky. Allow the gaze to follow if you can. Exhale as you bring the right hand down. Back to that forward fold. Take a breath. Gently roll up. Back to standing. We'll heel toe the feet back to about our hip width distance. Inhale the arms up. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale as you release. Walk the hands away. Find your high plank. We'll take a breath here. Lower through chaturanga to the belly. Inhale up to your cobra. Exhale as you release, down dog. Try to find a flat back as best you can. Heels are reaching toward the earth, though they don't have to touch it. We'll start to walk the hands toward the feet. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Big inhale brings us up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath. Reconnecting with that intention that you set for class. We'll bring hands to hips. Left foot stays where it is. Right foot steps forward 2 to 3 feet. Feet are on skis. Toes are forward. Long spine. Lead with the heart as you hinge forward, stopping wherever you need. Mindful of how the back of that front leg is feeling. And maybe you at 10 degrees, maybe you 45. Maybe you fold down. Wherever you're at, notice if the hips have really gotten askew. If they have, gently realign them, keeping them square to the short edge of the mat as best you can. Both feet are connected to the mat. Take a generous bend in the front knee. Press into that foot and lift up. Bring the left foot forward. So same stance, opposite foot is forward, but we're moving ourselves up on the mat. So find your foundation, those nice skis, long spine, lead with the heart, and take your time as you move. You can come in and out of the shape as you need. Each side will be a little different. So check in with that front leg. Maybe there's a little micro bend at the knee. Continue to breathe as you find your way to your expression of the posture today. We'll take a generous bend in that front knee, press into that foot, lift up, and bring the right foot forward to match it. So we're standing Tadasana near the front of our mat. We'll inhale the arms up. Exhale as we forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Wall's a little bit in my way right now. Exhale as we release. Plant the hands, step the feet back. High plank. Strong arms. Core is engaged. Elbows tight to the body as you move through Chaturanga to the belly. Uncurl the toes. Inhale up your cobra. Exhale as you release. Curl the toes. Press the hips up and back. Down dog. We'll lower the knees, uncurl the toes. Settle hips to heels, child's pose. Really relax the arms here. Generous bend at the elbows, or you could wrap them down alongside body. Take a quick scan of the body. Feel the strength that you've cultivated, the energy, the openness. We'll start to walk the hands in toward the knees as we lift up. We'll rotate onto a hip and find a comfortable seated position. Again, that can be whatever it needs to be for you today. Somewhere comfy, maybe you want to start where or end where you started. That can be a nice kind of wrap up to it and allow you to really see the change that you've created through the practice. So wherever you're at, sit tall, close the eyes or soften the gaze. Scan from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. The breath gently returning to your natural rhythm. Reconnect with that intention that you set for class, keeping the mind present here with you. We'll drop right ear toward right shoulder. And back to center. Left ear, left shoulder, the weight of the head creating the stretch, shoulders at ease. back to center. We'll look left and then right. Eyes are still closed. Back to center. Into chest. And then draw a line with the nose up to the sky. Back to center. As we begin to flutter the eyes open. Bringing hands together as we seal in our practice. If you have extra time today, you could head down to the mat and do a real Shavasana, taking some nice time to let the practice wash over you. If you're rounding out with me here today, I encourage you to take kind thoughts, kind words, and those kind intentions with you from now until we meet again. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for the yoga practice today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. And I look forward to seeing you back on the mat next Tuesday morning. Bye, y'all.